Hello students, today we are going to start chapter History, the making of national movement 1870s to 1947. All of us know that our country was ruled by British for a long period of time. What were the effects of British rule? They conquer territories and take over kingdoms. British introduced new laws. Life of peasants and tribal people changed during their period. Educational changes also took place, and many social evils like Sati Pratha, caste system were challenged by British, and revolt of 1857 took place. In this chapter we are going to read what happened after 1857. A feeling of nationalism emerged among people. Let's find out what is nationalism. During 1870s and 1880s, many political associations led by English educated professionals such as lawyers, it gave rise to feeling of oneness, unity among the people of nation, patriotic feeling, principle and policy of national independence. Some important associations formed during this period were Pune Sarvajanik Sabha. Sarvajanik means of all people. The Indian Association, the Madras Mahajan Sabha, the Bombay Presidency Association, the Indian National Congress. The people of India were not happy. The main reason for their discontentment or dissatisfaction were the three laws made during this period. First was Arms Act in the year 1878. According to this, Indians were not allowed to possess arms. In the same year, the Vernacular Press Act was brought by British. If any newspaper publish anything against British, then the property of the press is confiscated by the British. Third, the Ilbert Bill. It was brought in 1883. White people opposed it. They were not ready to face trial before Indian judges. Indian National Congress was formed in December 1885. 72 delegates from all over country met at Bombay. A.O. Hume, a retired British officer, also played a major role in formation of Indian National Congress. Let's have a look on the names of early leaders of Congress: A.O. Hume, Gopal Krishan Gokhale, W.C. Banerjee, Badruddin Tayebji, Dadabhai Naroji, Firoz Shah Mehta, and many more. The Indian National Congress in its first 20 years was moderate in its objectives and methods. Congress wanted better representation of Indians in Legislative Council. There were two kinds of Congress leaders: moderates, which are known as Naramdal, radicals or extremists known as Garamdal. Let's learn about the demands of moderates. They demanded that civil service examination to be held in India, not only in London. They demanded separation of judiciary and executive, repeal of Arms Act, Vernacular Act and Ilbert Bill. They demanded for freedom of speech and expression, a greater voice of Indians in the government and administration. It wanted Legislative Council to be more representative. It also demanded that Indians be placed in high positions in the government. The moderate leaders also raised some economic issues such as reduction of revenue, cut in military expenditure, more funds to be given for irrigation. It also passed resolution on the salt tax and raised the issue of forest dwellers, Indian laborers working abroad. Moderates believe in peaceful methods. They believe in politics of prayer. They wanted to develop awareness about unjust nature of British rule through newspaper, speeches and articles. They showed how British rule was leading to economic ruin of our country. They sent their representatives to different parts of the country to mobilize public opinion. They felt that British had respect for ideals of freedom and justice, so they would accept the just demands of Indians. Now, let's know about ways of radicals. By 1890s, critics of moderates, which were known as radicals or extremists, the three among them, Bipin Chandra Pal from Bengal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak from Maharashtra, and Lala Lajpat Rai from Punjab. They believed in self-rule, Swaraj. Tilak said, "Freedom is my birthright and I shall have it." They criticized the moderates for their politics of prayers. They emphasized the importance of self-reliance and constructive work. This is the basic difference between moderates and radicals. Three prominent leaders of Congress, popularly known as Lal, Pal, Bal. British were afraid of feeling of nationalism, so they decided to divide Bengal as East and West Bengal in 1905. Viceroy Curzon led the partition of Bengal, which include present-day Bihar and parts of Odisha. British gave the plea that they have divided Bengal for administrative purpose, but the main motive of British was to divide Hindu and Muslim, to split the Bengali people, to curtail the influence of Bengali politicians. What happened after partition? All sections of Congress, the moderates, the radical, opposed it. Large public meetings and demonstrations were held to protest the partition. Movements started in Bengal and other parts of country also. Swadeshi movement in Bengal and Vande Mataram movement in Deltaic Andhra to oppose this partition. Up to some extent, the British government gets success in its mission of dividing Hindus and Muslims, as Muslim League was formed in the year 1906. It supported the partition and demanded for a separate electorate for Muslims. In 1907, Congress also split, but again reunited in the year 1915, and in 1916 both Hindus and Muslims signed Lucknow Pact and decided to work together for representative government in India. The First World War altered the economic and political situation in India and led the growth of mass nationalism. During First World War, rise in defense expenditure, which led to increase in taxes on individual income and business profits. Demand for war supplies created difficulties for common man. On the other hand, war reaped fabulous profits for business groups. It created demand for industrial goods like jute, bags, clothes, rails, etc. Indian industries expands and business groups demand greater opportunities for the development. In next part of video, we will learn what happened after 1919 and what is the role played by Gandhiji in Indian struggle of independence. Thank you. Have a nice day.